there, winos. This is Vince.Wine, and today I'm revisiting the one and only Stella Rosa wines. Last time I tasted, I tried their flavored wine collection. Today, I'm gonna pop the cork on some of their sparkling wines, which I'm told are where they really shine. That and more on today's Wine Lab. First on the list, Stella Rosa's Brachetto D'Acqui. Now this is the one I'm most excited about because Brachetto D'Acqui is really a high-end wine growing region in Italy. It's in the northern area of Piedmont, which is where you'll also find red wines such as the very famous Barolo and Barbaresco. Now the wines that are labeled Brachetto D'Acqui in Piemonte or Piedmont, Italy are frizzante, semi-sparkling wines that are slightly sweet as well. So they're already in that really classic Stella Rosa style. And so I'm sort of hoping that this is gonna be like exactly in Stella Rosa's ballpark. So let's get it on the palate. By the way, one thing I always love about Stella Rosa is such beautiful presentation. I love the glass work up at the top here. The label's really pretty, and then even the capsule on there is really nice too. And the other thing is it is Italian imported. That is a DOCG, which stands for Denominazione di Origine Controllata, or basically that's their wine growing region, very similar to an AVA or an AOC in France. Yeah, check that out, so beautiful. Alright, so right away I get those really pretty bubbles that are coming up to the top. Again, a really beautiful ruby red color in there. Let's take the nose. Oh my gosh, okay, that does have a really beautiful nose to it. This is something like, I'm getting like dried raspberries and fresh red fruit. Really, really pretty, and it's got sort of this rustic thing happening as well. Okay, I can tell that it's gonna be sweet as well. I'm really excited to get this on the palate. That is so good. Okay, that's actually really, really good. I didn't expect it to be that way. You know, I gotta tell you, as it enters onto the palate, it is all about these really sharp and intense bubbles. I can't believe how they just invade the palate with the strength and power of these tiny little bubbles, and then it enters on the palate surprisingly dry. I would not have expected such a dry mouthfeel from Stella Rosa when I know they're so popular for their sweet wines. Then of course all that gorgeous, rich, luscious fruit envelops the palate, and on that finish, oh, just that kiss of sparkling crispness that just explodes and pops and fizzles on the finish. This is such an exciting little treat here, and I could totally see myself just relaxing on a hot day. This is definitely going to be a people pleaser. It's a lot of fun. It's fruity. What more can I say? Brachetto D'Acqui, you are exactly what I hoped for. It's a fun wine, and it's got a little bit of class to it as well. It actually is a wine with a slight bit of terroir in there, and really well made. I'll be honest, I don't drink a whole lot of Brachetto D'Acqui to really be able to reference it, but I know what I like and I know my palate, and hey, this passes with me. Pretty nice. And one more thing, you know, this is not sickly sweet either. I'm super used to Stella Rosa wines just being a little too far on the sweet side for me to enjoy multiple glasses, but gosh, this really is a very, dare I say it, it's balanced. It is a balanced wine, and I really am enjoying this. I'm certainly going to be drinking this one with dinner tonight, and probably a little after. There's not even a lot left there. Is that a lot? Can't tell. I'm going to be finishing it. Okay, next up, Stella Rosa Rosso Lux. So again, this is going to be a semi-sweet wine. And you know, it was you winos who actually told me about visiting the sparkling wines for Stella Rosa after my first review, which if you haven't seen that, go check it out. I'll leave it at the end of this video. Wow, look at how that pours. There's just so much fizz in it right away. And again, it's that really same ruby red color on there. Really pretty. Let's take the nose. Okay, yeah, this one's reminding me a little bit more of that familiar Stella Rosa territory where we're maybe getting onto the sweeter side now. And again, I know going into it that these are gonna be semi-sweet. One thing, the condition of fruit here is much more like fresh red fruit and sort of like canned red fruit as well. Think like cranberries. This is like cranberry sauce in a glass. A little more muted on the nose for this one. Let's get it on the palate. Okay, I kind of have to say, I think this is almost exactly like the Brachetto D'Acqui, except for a less intense version. I think that's exactly what it's trying to be. This is trying to be the Brachetto D'Acqui, but everything is just toned down. The finish, toned down. The complexity, toned down. The fruit, toned down. Even the body, really toned down. So this is in the same price range as well, and I think it wants to be maybe more smoother and like luscious. And for that, certainly I give it points. It doesn't do that drying thing, and the bubbles aren't as intense. So that's what I mean by sort of toned down, but it also does end up feeling a little toned down as far as quality. So this one's not quite as enjoyable, but it's certainly nothing bad. And again, it's not that sickly sweet, which would make me not be able to do too many glasses. Perfectly drinkable, not bad. Okay, last up, the Black Lux. Now I'm excited for this one because I am aware that one of Stella Rosa's big red wines is their black. And so I'm pretty excited to see how that holds up as a sparkling semi-sweet. Again, so pretty. Wow, check out the color on this one. This one is a lot darker, and it's got this really sort of violet color on it too. It's not a ruby red. It's got tinges of like violet, crimson, sort of purple colors on there. Really a gorgeous color. Yeah, slightly dull in the glass, very dark and rich looking in there. Looks like poison or something like that. Kind of cool. Holy moly. My gosh, this is just like pomegranates and black licorice as the day is long. Really, really pretty. And it reminds me of candy. I get like this sort of almost like a lollipop with dark fruit on it. Blackberries for sure. Wow, I could really smell that all day. And now it's not overly complex, but certainly it gives you a blast of really pretty fruit. Let's get it on the palate. Yikes. Okay, this is intense. It gets like high scores for intensity. This has so much intense fruit on the palate. You know, this kind of reminds me of like a blind date that comes on too strong. That's how this is. It just comes on way too strong. It's like, eesh, let's ease into things here, you know? Buy me a drink first. Another drink, not you. Yeah, all that intense black licorice and sort of raspberry that's on the nose does translate to the palate, and it is powerful, powerful, powerful. It comes off slightly bitter on the bubbles there. They kind of leave you with a drying sensation, but man, it's sort of like drinking the oil out of one of those like fragrance things that you plug into the wall and it like makes your bathroom smell nice. It's just a little too much. Well, there you have it. You know, at the end of the day, I'm pretty impressed with what we have here. I kind of expected these to be really on the too sweet side, and honestly, the first two were really drinkable. I could pretty much drink them all day, and I was really impressed with our big winner here, the Brachetto D'Acqui. This is just a really phenomenal wine. I'm drinking it right now, and I actually would probably buy this again. It's just an easy drinking wine, and it's a lot of fun too, which just goes to show there's a lot more Stella Rosa out there that I probably need to explore. Well, with that, winos, if you enjoyed what you saw here, please leave me a like. That helps a lot. Don't forget to share this video with your wine friends. And until next time, winos, drink safe and drink well. Oh, that's so good. Hey there, winos. No, that was stupid.